Hello, my name is Ashley and welcome to Life with Our Clan. Today I'm going to be talking about questions to ask before you get married. Now, I am so passionate about helping marriages thrive and helping others navigate relationships, especially before they get married, and helping with premarital counseling. Now, I think it's important to ask in-depth questions and not just a couple questions. You got to ask so many different questions to the person that you are wanting to get married to, because when hardships come up, different people emotionally handle different things. Now, one of the top questions that we can ask is, what are you interested in for work? Are you planning on staying in the same career? What is your income? What is your income stability? And do you see yourself earning more in the next many years within your job field? And I think this is an important question to ask because you have to have a careful budget, especially when starting off in marriage. It's not always easy. Sometimes you have to start and you work your way up. You know, I see couples get married and they want to buy their house right away, but sometimes it takes time and you have to be patient and you have to strategize, and sometimes it takes a couple years to get to where you want to get to. Sometimes it takes 10 years, 15 years, but we have to strategize and budget so both partners are on the same page with the finances. Both of them have to know how much money they have in their bank accounts before they get married, and how they will budget their money. That's very, very important. Another important question is, how much are you currently earning? Do you also have any debt? Is there any debt you have? Is there anything that you need to pay off, such as school loans? And also questions like, what are your career goals long term? Do you want to switch careers? Do you want to stay in the same career? What are you looking to do? Are you looking to go back to school? How much is that going to cost? What are you looking to study? Financially, what was the outcome? And how much can you earn? Minimum to maximum. Again, when you're studying and then you finish a job, you don't always know how much you're going to get paid right out of school. So it's always good to have an estimated, this is like the lowest and this is like the high end. So you fall somewhere in between there. How much are you projecting to earn in the next 5 years within your field? Maybe you have goals. Maybe you want to buy a house together. Are you planning on renting long term? These are questions you want to ask. How much are you expected to increase your salary within the next 5 years? And you could do it by 5-year increments. Is this the job you see yourself doing long term? I think this is really an important question to ask. Really is an important question to ask, because you want to make sure the person that you are with is able to transition to another career if they don't like this career that they're currently in or unhappy with. I think going into marriage sometimes with someone who's unhappy with where they are in their career can bring issues inside their marriage, especially if they are working long and tireless hours. There can be a lot of tension there. So really discussing this before you get married is important. This is a great question for the women, or the men, actually. Do you want to be a housewife or a husband who stays at home and helps handle the household chores? Or do you want to be a working woman or a working man? I think that's a really important question to ask, because some men prefer women who are working. Some men prefer housewives. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different path. Some Men don't mind either, as long as the women are contributing to the house. So, another great question to ask is the woman expected to do cooking and cleaning all the time, daily, 3 times a day, or a couple times a day? Or will there be house help or family helping out? Do you live in a joint family? Do you live individually? Can you afford help? If you're both working full-time, can you afford any help to help keep up with the cooking and the cleaning? Are you interested in living in a joint family household? That's another important question. Some people love living in joint family, and some people just do not like it. And sometimes you don't know until you try it, but both the husband and the wife need to be on the right page as what is best for them, what helps them grow. And the man or the woman has to be okay with hearing out the woman, or the husband hearing out, the concerns of the wife, or the wife hearing out the concerns of the husband. Do you live in a joint family? Because it can be very difficult at times, depending on what the family is like. Now, another question is, do you want to live in the city? Are you okay with living in a village or a suburban area? What type of lifestyle are you looking to live? Do you want to live in the city? Do you like that city feel? Do you want to live in the suburbs? Do you live in a village? Is that where you want to remain? You want to remain somewhere for a while and then move to somewhere else? What is your goals? Or do you want to go abroad? Some women or men inside their marriages do not want to go abroad. They want to stay where they are. And sometimes their spouse has a different opinion on where they want to live. So I think it's very important to work together to come to a conclusion of where you want to live. And even if it's not always where you want to live, what will and what can provide a life that you can be more content to your situation. Because if a husband or a wife isn't unhappy where they are and not happy with how their lives are going in a certain way, it will affect your marriage. And I think that has to be upheld and protected. That it's not just about you and what you want and what you want to do. You have to make sure that your spouse is also happy. You both have to compromise together to come up with a plan. It's not all about you anymore once you get married. Another great question is, do you have a lot of friends you would like to hang out with frequently when you're off of work? Or do you get together with your friends a lot? Do you like to go out? Some women and men know that during the weekends, that's their time to spend with family. And their family's typically home on those times. And some people like to go out with their friends frequently. Still give some time to family, but like to frequently socialize with their friends. So that can become a problem at times if you are going out a lot and there's not enough time being spent with family. So you have to know what type of lifestyle. You like to go out to eat a lot. You like to go shopping a lot. You have to set realistic expectations as a couple. It's very, very important. Do you want the husband or wife to work from home, work from office, or have a hybrid schedule? It's important to have this discussion with your future husband or wife regarding working from home, working from office, having a hybrid schedule, because some couples do like to be together if possible, work at home, and the household tasks can be managed much easier if you have a work from home schedule. Is there a preference? And it is also important to discuss if the husband works night shift or the wife works a night shift? If a husband works night shift, how will you support him? That's another great question. If the wife works night shift, how will you support her if the job is work from home or if the job is work from office? How will you be a supportive wife or husband and truly appreciate their hard work? Another great question was, who will take care of your parents when they get old? That's very important to be discussed. Parents are aging, and every parent requires different needs at different times. Do you have financial commitments to support your parents, siblings, or other family members? Sometimes people have to support their parents. How much out of your paycheck do you send a month to support them? How much on average do you send per month? Do you mind renting for the rest of your life, or you desire to own your own home? If you don't have your own home, or it takes a long time to get your own home, are you going to make a big deal about that? Or can you be patient and work together and work hard together to reach those goals? Do you expect a certain income or allowances from your husband that you can spend on what you wish? Or do you expect a certain income from your wife? Do you spend a lot of money going out, buying new things? You want the finer things in life? If you do, let that be made clear what your expectations are. Do you buy other things frequently, such as new clothes or jewelry? Especially for the woman, what is her expense going to be like? What is she expecting? Do you believe in dowry? If the husband or wife loses their job, how will you handle and support him or her? Unemployment happens. We have to work together during unemployment. I've seen couples where their husband or the wife doesn't have a job for a long time, and they are providing a lot of income to support the family. How will you handle that? That's another important question. How will you support him or her during the time? If the husband is content with his living conditions, things aren't broken, maybe it's basic, but he's okay with what he has. Is the wife willing to be okay with that if the husband is very content? Do you often compare your life with others? That's another question. Are you easily jealous or easily get angered with different situations? Sometimes personalities can conflict with one another. How many kids do you want? Now this is a question that changes. Sometimes you may think you want 2 before a child is born and end up only having 1. Maybe you plan on having 1 and you end up having 5. Things change. The amount of kids you want will fluctuate, or can fluctuate. Better I say that. Do you want to quit your job after having a baby? Does the husband want to be a stay-at-home dad or the mother be a stay-at-home mom? Do you believe in family planning? That's another big one. Some people do not believe in family planning and believe as many kids as they're meant to have. That is a blessing. If you want only 1 child, do you or your family expect a boy child or a female child? We believe all children are blessings, whether you receive a boy or a girl, but not everyone sees it like that. Especially sometimes in certain cultures, they expect, especially if it's the first child, a male child. But everyone is different. Everyone has their own feelings on topics like these. If you have a girl child, how will you react, or your family react, if they're expecting a boy child? How will you raise your children? What are your parenting styles and styles of discipline? How would you like to raise your child? And these are the important questions to ask before getting married, and I feel like it will really help you understand your partner. So I want you guys who are thinking of getting married to talk about these questions, and I want you to write in the comments below, what did you learn from talking about these questions? What was really helpful to you? And I cannot wait to see you all in marriages that are thriving and healthy. I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, I wanted to make another important point that every couple should keep in mind. That their marriage life should not purely depend on the amount of money the spouse is making. It should be about family. It should be about love. It should be about respecting one another. And there are things that you may want. You may want a new home. You may want a new car or a vacation. But do not have finances run your marriage to destruction. Couples should not take a divorce purely on the basis of finances. And a couple should work together to solve the financial issues within the marriage. A marriage should be about love, respect, unity, and working together, even when you don't have everything you want. It's about truly loving your spouse. If they are providing for you a roof over your head, food, water, quality time, love and respect, that is all you need in this life. That is truly all of you need. I hope you all have a blessed day.